Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. So today's video, I'm gonna flat out start out by saying I was wrong about Travis Scott. I know a lot of you guys are like, you need to look closer. You know, he has a past history of doing these kind of things. And so, yes, I have heard of a couple of those things he's done before, but I didn't know the totality of it. And when I looked deeper, he had other issues as well. So yes, a lot of you guys are like, you need to do more research on Travis Scott, and I did, and I was wrong. Travis Scott is a piece of shit. Simple. Looking at his arrogance, his because no one can touch him kind of attitude, this big to-do sort of bit him in the ass, and I think he's going to have a lot of people start withdrawing, what is that called, sponsorship from him because of this. Because nobody wants to be attached to that kind of shit anyway. So with that, guys, yeah, Travis Scott has a history of inciting riots, riling up the crowd to do bad shit, right? Now, mosh pits, guys, people are like, oh, he started, you know, he had people starting mosh pits. Mosh pits, I mean, I'm older, but I remember that being a thing when I was a kid with heavy metal groups and shit like that. And even like, what was it, Wu-Tang Clan, they had like mosh pits and their shit. A couple rap groups also had mosh pits. So mosh pits is not a like, oh, he's a bad guy for starting that or encouraging it. That's what was done in these fucking things. But encouraging people to jump over barriers and tell the people, fuck security, just get closer to the stage. And in some cases, they jumped on the stage. That asshole made security jobs, the security doing the barrier detail, if you will, a lot harder. He put their lives at risk, so he didn't give a fuck. So yes, Travis Scott is a piece of shit, and like I said before, I'll say it again, I was wrong. Now, a lot of you are bringing out the whole satanic shit. I don't know. I know what a lot of the old school satanic shit looked like, and I saw some of the points you guys brought up about his, but I'm not gonna fucking completely subscribe to it yet. I need a little more proof other than people saying, look what he's doing, and he's saying this, and he's chanting that. I'm like, whatever. You know, that's a bit much. But for those of you that pointed out he was a piece of shit, thank you for pointing that out. Again, this kid should be charged with something. I'm not saying he's completely responsible, because he's not. There's a lot of moving parts to this. One of his parts are, you know, he should have had the crowd step aside when the ambulance was going through. He should have calmed the crowd down a little more when they were getting too riled up. He should have, when he saw those people passed out, he should have had people create space for them, because apparently he had enough influence to make a lot of things happen. But keep in mind, Travis Scott has a different kind of crowd. So those crowd, or that crowd, are assholes. That's what assholes do. They follow assholes like that, and they feel like that they can be assholes in the crowd. Now, if you had 50,000 people, which I don't think is likely, subscribe to Celine Dion's concert, you're not going to have that kind of energy in that kind of crowd. Therefore, when crowds go there with the intentions of being assholes, it doesn't matter what Travis Scott's going to say, they're going to do it anyway. It's just how it is. You can go to a fucking club, for example, here in the city. You're always going to have fist fights at this certain club because of the energy that it brings, that bad shit. And believe it or not, guys, that good energy versus bad energy is real. You can go to a nice club every weekend in a nice neighborhood, not saying black or white, and it has good energy, and you're not going to have a shooting or any kind of fighting incidents there. But if you go to another club that has nothing but bad energy there, you're going to have that fighting and that shooting kind of environment every weekend at that club. So it's about energy. And Travis Scott brought negative energy, obviously. Now, some of you are going to be like, that's the satanic shit I'm talking about. Again, prove to me that it's satanic, sorry. Prove to me that it is, and then I'll go along with it, or rather I'll do more researching into it. Because I've tried to do researching in it, and some of the shit I see, it's crazy. So unless you guys can be responsible and give me some good evidence, because I know what satanic shit looks like, guys. Again, just being in the field that I was in, you know, in EMS, and even before that, doing like paranormal research and shit like that, and looking at satanic cults and worshiping, I know what that shit looks like. And this doesn't look like that, unless it's some new age shit. I could be missing something. I don't know. So let's get back to Travis Scott. Now, Travis Scott had an incident back in 2015 in Chicago at the Lollapalooza. He encouraged mosh pits, which again, I don't think it's a bad thing, but whatever. I know people get hurt, but such is life. He also encouraged people to jump over the barrier. Now, there's videos of him telling the crowd, jump over the barriers, and telling the guards, the security guys, don't touch them, don't fucking touch them, keep away from them. And then telling the crowd, fuck the security guards, just go over the barrier. So that, to me, makes him an asshole because he put those security guys' lives at risk. Because shit could have got hot and heavy, and then what? They were outnumbered. I mean, they're outnumbered to begin with, but they're really outnumbered because now people are on them, and there's nothing they can do about it. He does get charged with reckless conduct and pleads guilty to it and gets 1 year of supervision for that. So again, people think this, I'm gonna go off on the whole black and white thing real quick. People think black and white thing about the court system and, you know, black people are treated unfair. He got a year of supervision for some shit he started, almost causing people to get hurt, and then probably caused people to get hurt in that process. But because he has money is why he got out of that situation. And he might get out of this one because he has money. Not because he's black, not because he's white. Because the guy has money, he's worth a fucking few, I think if I'm not mistaken, $100 million, right? He's up there. So again, guys, he's gonna get away with this just for the simple fact he got money. So he also got into trouble at an event at Walmart, Arkansas Music Pavilion in Rogers, Arkansas, where he incited a riot and several people got hurt. He urged people to rush the stage, and after that he gets arrested and he's charged with disorderly conduct, right? Don't know how much time he got, but I'm pretty sure he didn't get any time at all because he's a millionaire. He can get out of these situations because he brings money and jobs to the areas where he's holding the concerts, because these concert places hire people to work for the concert. So a lot of concerts, guys, a lot of like musicians and artists, they bring jobs with them so they can all but set a stage on fire and kill a few dozen people and probably get off on it because they bring money with them. Money comes in and gets spent, and they also bring jobs with them. Now, this situation was held by Bird's Eye View in New York City. This is an interesting situation because a kid named Kyle Green. Now, Kyle Green, let me start out by saying, is a fucking moron. Kyle Green sued Travis Scott because Kyle Green jumped off a balcony that Travis Scott sort of pushed him into doing, but I don't think it really was. But when you watch the video, there's a video of this kid. So the article, reads, Kyle Green jumps off a balcony after being coerced by Travis Scott. You watch the video, the kid is on the opposite side of the balcony. So he's not like he's by the railing and he's like, he's like this, and then, Travis Scott like jump. No, he's on the other side of the balcony hanging off like this and doing whatever white boy dance he's doing as he's hanging off. And he's like, rapping to the song. And then Travis Scott stops and goes, I see you up there. He says, but you're gonna do it, right? And he says, jump, they'll catch you, don't be scared. And with that, the kid climbs down a little bit and then lets go. So I don't know if the fucking crowd parted like the Red Sea, but he hits the ground. He winds up paralyzed. He's in a wheelchair, by the way. So the kid winds up suing Travis Scott after that. Now listen, you're a grown-ass man. You made the conscious decision to hang off the side of the balcony. You were probably gonna fall anyway. But Travis Scott said, hey, are you gonna do it? Now, he says, do it, don't be scared. That's sort of like ushering, but you are still an adult. You're still a grown man. So now to place that blame on somebody else, that's on you. You were stupid enough to let go. You suffer the consequences. But I don't know the outcome of that lawsuit yet. Now, there's a lot of other blame to go around here. So we're gonna blame a lot of people. Live Nation, right? They are the organization that had the party up and running, or the concerts up and running. They run concerts all over the country. They have over 700 people injured at the concert venues, meaning while setting up concerts, 700 people over the last, 4 or 5 years, right, have been hurt since 2016, have been hurt. Over 700, that's workers, right, setting up stages and things like that. Over 200 customers, if you will, have been injured by Live Nation by their faulty stages or platforms, because those have collapsed. So, and they also have people getting hurt in mosh pits and just hurt in general at their concerts. And they also oversell tickets, like what happened with Travis Scott. 50,000 people should have not have been there. They were sold out, but they kept selling tickets. So they packed it beyond what they were supposed to. And this is what happens when you have 50,000 people show up to a fucking venue. So Live Nation is definitely to blame. Now, what about the crowd? People are missing the entire point of being a human being. The crowd should be also to blame, because why are you standing there over somebody who's passed out and not attending to them, but you're still partying and throwing fist pumps or whatever fucking these people do at these concerts while you got somebody standing there? You got people stepping over people just to get closer to the stage, knowing that they're down there, but like, fuck it, I want to get closer to Travis Scott, that piece of shit, on stage. So let's leave the fucking, the people down there. There were a lot of people trampling over other people while this is going on. You had people yelling at Travis Scott, telling him there were people that were dead. But again, they think he's dead because, guys, keep in mind, they are unfucking trained professionals. An untrained professional is going to look at a body that's collapsed and think they're dead. That's the bottom line. That's a fact. So they don't know if he's dead. They're just saying they're dead. And he's looking at them going, okay, they're probably passed out. Nonetheless, people are yelling at him. And maybe he should have made more of an effort to be like, all right, hold up, stop the concert, and get this out of the way. But again, one side of me knows that concerts do get carried away. And some people were like, well, not like that. Yes, if you look at it in the history of concerts, there have been some fucked up concerts out there that have gotten way out of control. We've even had concerts that had fires set and people died because they couldn't get out. So again, guys, it's not uncommon for people to pass out. And it's not for him, though he should have been more responsible, and the crowd should have been responsible. The crowd I blame, because they could have been like, oh shit, is that dude dead? Let me check on him, you know? Let's give him air. Let's get him the fuck out of here. Let's pick her up and go. The crowd's also to blame. I'm not gonna pin this 100% on Travis Scott. I'm gonna give him 90%. Actually, I'm gonna give him 50%, because the other 50 goes to Live Nation for the selling of sold out tickets. So there was already sold out and they kept selling tickets, so they're also to blame as well, right? And then you got the crowd. The crowd gets some of that blame. I don't know how much of the percentage they get, but they get some of that blame. Now here's my bigger issue. Forget all of this shit. Forget Travis Scott and his piece of shitism, and forget the fucking crowd and their bullshitism. What the fuck were parents doing with small kids at a concert like this? Like I said before, guys, the energy in these concerts are negative. They're bad. And a 9-year-old kid who's in a coma got trampled on because he fell off his fucking father's shoulders. First of all, I don't know how your kid falls off his shoulders unless people are bumping into you like that. That's one. Two, if they're bumping you into you like that and he's getting vicious, you should already be making an exit strategy out with your kid. But now your kid falls off your shoulders and now you can't get to him because he's getting trampled on. So this kid, as of, I think, yesterday, was still in a coma. But if he's still in a coma, who's to blame on that? Travis Scott or the fucking father who brought his kid to a concert that's like this? A Travis Scott concert is not a concert you bring a kid to. Like you wouldn't bring a kid to a Metallica concert back in their heavy metal days. I mean, their real heavy metal days. Or Rage Against the Machine, their younger days. You wouldn't bring a kid to one of those concerts. Pretty sure people have, but I wouldn't. I know what the fuck goes on in those concerts. And yeah, Rage Against the Machine, I heard they fucking sold out, by the way, those pussies. Don't get me started with them. I just heard some bullshit they did a couple weeks ago, whenever it was. But anyway, and the bullshit they did is they had a only vax concert. Rage Against the Machine. The people who were like, fuck the government, fuck this, fuck that, had a vax only just gonna piss me off. But anyway, parents need to be more responsible and better judgment when bringing kids to these kind of concerts. That's just me. Because I would never bring my kids to a concert like that. I would bring them to a Celine Dion concert, right? Very nice. What's his name? Michael Bolton. I bring him to one of those concerts. You know, that's a nice concert. It's nice and safe, right? I wouldn't bring him to a fucking, a Travis Scott, high energy, negative concert, because then what happens? Negative shit, as we saw at this concert. And as we've seen, or as we've read at his other concerts, negative shit happens, right? And then again, Live Nation's also to be held responsible. They should actually be the front runners in the suing, and then Travis Scott. Travis Scott should be sued separately, and Live Nation should be sued separately so that they both learn a lesson. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like and subscribe to this channel. You can follow me on the Angry Prepper channel, and you can follow me on the Angry Lensman channel. The Angry Lensman channel will be up and running with new videos come December 1st. I'm getting a lot of videos out of the way so I could just have a decent launch, if you will. All right, guys, thank you for watching.